actually, like, fun fact, he's finished top 8 in every tournament that he's joined so far. So he did one Prime 1 rando tournament, one Prime 2 rando tournament, and then Chuzo plays top 8 in all of them.
Yeah. And
So,
of course,
relatively inexperienced at this particular game, but has a good rando sense. ShyGuy's a lot more experienced in Super Metroid stuff in general, but is less, I think, a bit less competitively minded as far as practicing and such, although...
does okay for himself, though.
I heard recently he got into the business of helping other people practice.
Yeah, with the yeah, in particular, part of Cutie's coaches. Just so y'all know, he actually came to me and asked, "Is this name okay?" And I said, "Well, if Cutie's okay with it, I'm okay with it." And apparently, Cutie basically said, "Hell yeah!" So, so here we are, Cutie's coaches versus PHMR reunited. I'm a little sad that the Cutie's coaches team is not playing Cutie this season, but they're in different divisions. It didn't roll that way, so.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. We have Kitty's coaches are 2-2, and I think those 2 losses they had were they were winnable matches. One of them was definitely a mistake from fighting Mother Brain at the end.
Yep. And MSG waiting for the gamer back up here, and misses. Looks like he'll have to reset the room unless he wants to wait for the global, the second gamer that you have to keep on screen. So far, only missiles for our ammo.
PHMR is 0-4 right now, which they have not had. They've been matched up against some very strong teams the first 2 weeks. So having to claw back from that, and I do think that one of these 2 teams can still make the playoffs, but I don't expect both of them to, with the way the division's going, and I think their matchup here might define how that goes for them.
I think that's a fair statement. Let's see if Baja continues on, grabs the missile pack. I personally prefer to have a super pack going through this, but with the way the doors work here, you don't actually have to kill the side hopper, so you just keep going, go straight through. Now let's see what this transition is. Yeah, okay. Looks like like the croc door. So not gonna do that right now. I mean, I think you can just make it with the refill and stuff, but then what are you gonna do? So it makes sense to go ahead and just leave that alone for now.
Yeah, you don't have supers, could be missing those in a number of spots. Bubble Mountain has super doors in a lot of places. Like, really the most useful places to go from Bubble Mountain have super doors.
Yep.
So you do not want to be missing those.
Does leave Baja with only 1 power bomb, which makes it harder. He'll be able to check, say, this old Mother Brain spot, but that would be it for miners. I like to check this spot here, hoping it's supers. Whereas MSD will be able to check this spot and could potentially check 230 missiles if he wants to.
Yeah, that could be interesting this early on.
Missiles.
A lot of times you'll just go, like in Baja's case, has to go to the ship to refill now before going back left to Terminator. I do think the info from the meme route transition is really good to have in case, like particularly if it's a dead end, it's dangerous to leave that information behind.
Okay, there we go. MSD is going to check 230 missiles. I like this check, even if it's, I mean, even if it's a missile, it's not the worst thing, but, you know, a power bomb or a super missile is really nice here. Unfortunately, it is just a missile.
Energy tank at BT, not too much in terms of progression.
Yeah, and, you know, in area rando, and nice mock ball out of 230 missiles from MST. But missing a super is a little more significant here than it is in your normal non-area randomizers, since we do have those transitions that we can check. to the right. The runners will not be able to check those. They will have to go to the left, the more traditional way, and see what those transitions are. And hopefully we'll find some super missiles there.
I think I really prefer this to missing the power bomb though, because if you only have supers, you're funneled into the right side and only able to check one specific transition. Whereas here you can check 3, counting meme route.
Also, just bombs are, you get a lot more gated by power bombs than you do. I'm sorry, you get more gated by super missiles, so they have to show up, relatively soon. I'm a little surprised MST's taking this save. I guess he could take it as a save scum, but there's got to be progression in one of these transitions. Although, to his mind, it could be the meme route portal, and he doesn't know that's a possibility.
Yeah, and the power bomb refill helps.
You get another E-Tank Terminator? Yeah, we got another E-Tank Terminator. So shout outs to Shalasovska for, it's not where you want to be. Shout outs to Shala for doing the tracking for us. Looks like Leno had some IRL stuff. Might show up later, but good do we have a backup?
Okay, so... Yikes. This is a real bad set of transitions here.
The map station must be the progression, I guess. I don't think we have any other choices here.
It could be supers in Bubble Mountain, or it could expect
I could expect the run from 230, yeah.
Not 230, from reverse. I was thinking reverse Cathedral, but I don't think we're gonna get E-tanks for that to be in logic without super missiles showing up.
Yeah, so with 3 tanks, if the super pack is sitting in Bubble Mountain, it doesn't get much though. Like, if the actual locations, the actual major items need 4 tanks to be in logic. So, yeah, I think this has to be exactly where Baja's going right now. Or not! Okay, now I'm confused.
What did Baja reset out of?
It was the entry to Lower Norfair.
Where it was... Did Baja find supers?
Nope.
Where was that transition? Oh, was it at... Oh, it was at... He got to the map station first here, right?
Yeah, this is going to take MST to the Lower Norfair entry, which we can't do yet.
Okay,
not on 3 tanks and no movement items. So it looks like the answer is you're supposed to go get the 3rd E-tank here to get something over at Bubble Mountain.
It could also just have supers at Billy Mays.
Oh yeah, you're right. Could be supers at Billy Mays. Could be supers at the at Bubble Mountain to come back and go to the right.
Which LN entrance was it? Was it the front?
The front. Like the back, you could dip into. Well, I mean, you really can't because you can't really get around the key hunters. But
yeah, if you had Scurry, you could maybe do that out of logic, but not in logic without Varia either way.
And the front is just a no-go. So both runners are going to head down here. Baja went and picked up the E-tank in case it's the Bubble Mountain. Now MST doesn't know that's the transition that we have the croc door. And 2 tanks is enough to get to the minor item. So we'll see if either hopefully they'll think to check the Billy Mays check and get the supers there.
I wonder if MST is going to go straight for the transition because he doesn't know what it is, so he doesn't know the implications of not having supers beyond this point. Oh, it looks like Baja is just going straight for it too. Which actually, I think I disagree with it on
Baja's side. He knows what this is.
Baja only has 3 power bombs though, so checking Billy Mays would lock him out of going this way. So, tough call.
And almost screen for screen. Gonna take the refill here. Now Baja just has the one extra E-tank that he went back for a Terminator. And if this
that's how MST caught up. He didn't go back for the E-tank.
Yep.
I was wondering how they converged. Yeah, so they better hope to see a super.
Yeah, and MST was
Right
probably
there.
not expecting a Hell Run here, whereas Baja knew that the Hell Run was coming. Yeah, that's a super there, right there.
Okay, that is very good for them. It should have been, like, as long as you don't forget Billy Mays, it should be obvious what you were supposed to do if this wasn't the super, but it's just so easy to, like...
Major minor, you don't think of Billy Mays in the same way you do in full.
Like, even if you're missing supers at the start of the game, you skip it as a calculated risk. And it's always like you're 90 to 95% of the time you're going to be fine skipping it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hope the only super isn't there. But I think it's easy to just completely forget about if it is actually required.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Baja with 0 PBs is not ideal. Not entirely sure what the game wants next with 3 E-tanks. I think you can do the transition over to over near Wave Beam, the double chamber transition. This is not ideal for anything else. We could get the ammo item, but these hell runs for the items just aren't in logic. If this is an E-tank, though, they'll be able to get out.
I don't remember for sure, but I thought speed needed 4 tanks.
It does. Logically, it needs 4.
So,
But if there's an E-tank there, I think he should be able to get out.
yeah.
So this is not in logic, but I mean, you're here. If you can get an E-tank here.
The super D-Web's also pointing out the super just unlocks the other 2 transitions in criteria. I think that's...
Yep. I think that's probably what it wants.
But it definitely makes a ton of sense to just do the things here, since you physically can do them.
This will be a little bit easier for... Yeah, Baja will be fine, because he's got 3 tanks and he'll get to 4. And the Power Bomb pack there is nice, too. Gets us closer to Crystal Flash, but... we'll see if MST chooses to save after this and may do the Wave Beam, or just do the transition. I mean, typically the lowest version of RBO can do as little as 2+1, so 3 tanks is basically the same. Not ideal, though.
MST has 30 tanks from here, that's right.
Yeah, so Baja will be at 4 once he gets this E-tank.
This E-tank helps Shy Guy a lot in terms of checking Norfa reserve.
Yeah, he's trying to fill up a little bit before doing this next check. Let's see if he does the item or the... Looks like he's going for the item.
I would definitely not do the single chamber transition check here without...
Oh, that's not
first.
Good. Yeah, I would have liked to seen a save either way. And he might just leave having fallen like that. I don't think he can make it all the way through.
Yeah, Cargoed through. Oh, he can make it to the item. So if it's an E-tank, he's saved. If it's knowledge, I'll get that knowledge. So, like from his perspective, hopefully it's an E-tank or junk.
Or Varia.
E-tank is preferable since he hasn't saved. Oh yeah, Varia.
I mean, obviously that would be the holy grail right now, is you get a Varia suit here, but yeah, wouldn't expect it. Charge Beam is nice, really but yeah, you're not keeping that right now. I mean, the knowledge is good, but you're not keeping that right now.
It's just like you want to have that. Having to go back for the item there if you're dying here is not nice.
Right.
There's nothing. You just avoid it, and it's... Oh, yeah.
Oh, he didn't take a... Oh, did he not take a save, or did he just reset to this spot instead?
Actually, good question, actually. I don't see why you wouldn't just go back to your Bubble Mountain save, though. It doesn't make sense to me.
Now, maybe that was by accident, because he's resetting again. The other save should be available.
Yeah, okay.
And the only reason I can think of to go back to the ship is if you really wanted to go grab that Terminator E-tank. No, I guess you gotta go back and get that speed E-tank again, and then do you check the reserve, I suppose? I mean, the reserve right now, the only way to get it is the D-boost. That is in logic. We actually
Yeah,
saw a race this week where, or maybe it was last week, where the runner was actually hard required to do that deboost. And we're going to see this transition from Baja.
That's a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, green Brinstar. A little unfortunate that Baja doesn't have the charge beam knowledge, but he'll be able to do more of this right now. We'll see if MST chooses to go for the transition, go for the reserve, or something else.
This is good for MST grabbing the miner before the E-tank that he knows is here.
Yeah, I like that. I like, trying to have that E-tank be the second thing you pick up. Whichever way, you have to do it.
So for Baja's case, like, I don't like checking the single chamber transition without a save, and no, I think he had a save, but I don't really like checking it before the other items in the area, just because if this is something you want to follow, then you're kind of funneled into it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very good thing to follow. Like, it's very relieving. You'll probably get a bunch of E-tanks here.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to see what MST does as he takes the save. Looks like he is going to take the save. I'll have to laugh at him a little bit because he likes to say saves are for the weak. But I like the save here. I think it's a smart choice. What's this next major going to be for Baja?
I mean, if saves are for the week, it is a Thursday.
There you go. Energy tank. It could be these energy tanks are meant to get them to the front of Norfair.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see if it's possible that both the transitions at the end of Green Bryn here are not workable for Baja with current equipment. Game would expect him to go all the way back through here. And Shy Guy gets the deboost. That's a fairly, it's not super difficult, but it's fairly uncomfy deboost.
Mm-hmm. I find
Mostly
that deboost really easy if I don't need it.
It's annoying to, like, if you're in the case where you need that deboost, you have a set of equipment that makes it annoying to get back up and try it again.
Yeah, exactly. This is okay. Reserve tank. We're just gonna see a reset because that's what MSC does. Oh, see, okay. For a moment there, he's teasing us. A tease. The tease gonna take that E tank. No, MSC famous for not famous or maybe infamous for not liking reserve tanks. Okay, so now he'll check the transition and find all this stuff that Baja's finding. Which so far has just been a lot of E-tanks to make these hell runs, somewhat trivial. Well, Spring Ball, but Spring Ball doesn't open anything at the moment.
Yeah, nice wave get shot from Baja. Did the setup very cleanly.
And we'll get one more major down here, and unless we find speed, in which case we can get two. Of note, Baja having a little bit extra ammo, does have Crystal Flash ammo for when he comes back, and MSC does not. Screw Tackle will be nice. Nice thing to go through those hell runs too, though.
Screw Attack is really nice for the single chamber bomb blocks as well.
Yep.
Getting back.
But no speed booster, so we'll have to leave Waterway behind.
So gonna be moment of truth for these transitions, whether Baja has to backtrack and has a chance to, oh yeah, this
That's
is
a red tower.
Red Tower, but you can definitely go places from here. So Baja likely not going to back to Upper North here anytime soon. Let's for now the reserve tank is nothing from ShyGuy's end.
Mm-hmm. I do imagine Shy Guy gonna try and find a way to get back there just to get that charge beam, so he doesn't have to pick up nearly as much ammo. And whereas Baja may never go back there, may never find that charge beam, and might be picking up a ton extra ammo.
Oh, just barely doesn't get the reverse mock ball.
Or we can go to Upper North from the other side, from the other transition.
Oh, this all opens up so much, and Croc is here. Baja's skipping on Croc for now.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Baja's missing so much that I think it's worthwhile to just do it, because it might be out of the way to backtrack here later.
Yeah, I could see the argument maybe just checking these 2 items first. But yeah, the Croc check this early I don't think is a bad one at all. Especially in Major Minor, when you know you don't have to worry about, items that you can't get. Because the 2 major items you can get, as long as you have a super pack for the gate glitch and enough health to survive the acid, going up to the E-tank item.
I just think with the amount of stuff that he's missing, it is, personally for me, whatever these 2 items are unlikely, even if they're really good stuff, it's unlikely to change how I feel about doing Croc. So that's my argument for just doing Croc right away here.
Yeah, that's fair. And you got plenty of ammo for it. So really no reason to skip it for that. So just another E-tank at Ice Beam. We'll see the high jump boot E-tank in just a second, and then Baja will have choices, as I like to say.
Movement item does help with checking Croc, but does it help by the amount of time an elevator ride takes?
I mean, speed or space jump are really the only things that make a huge difference. The gate glitch method for getting to the grapple item is not too bad. It's got 25 supers, so it shouldn't have too much trouble with that gate glitch.
Especially in Major Minor, actually, because you're only worried about those 2 specific locations.
Yeah.
Crocky tank and
the
grapple.
Yeah, in like a full, having the pantry item in particular, not available unless there is a spring ball jump that can be done. I don't know if you might need high jump boots to make it work, but it's certainly not in logic and certainly not anything anyone wants to do. Taking a save, so this could still be Croc, or it could be, let's check out the other Upper Norfair transitions.
The elevator ride up and down is... actually, no, that's a good point, because we already have seen other parts of Norfair, so... Yeah, just checking these 2 items, Baja isn't gonna feel like... Well, the thing for Baja is Baja has, 2 items in the Bubble Mountain area unchecked.
Yeah.
So, for him in particular, I think it's weird. But yeah, I suppose there's some forethought in leaving Croc for after. It just makes more sense to me now.
Yeah, X-Ray and the 1 E-tank at Ice Beam, not exactly what you're looking for. Croc could have the goods here. MST we'll see what MST does. He could also go just do this red tower area and not even bother. Yeah, he's okay, not gonna do it. I'm gonna go and check the other Yeah, I do like checking both transitions.
Yeah.
Spin jump, please. Spin jump. There you go.
If you have a dead end here, it's really damaging to not know about it.
Yep.
And then, yeah, it gets weird. It gets weird when you have 2 transitions that you want to follow.
Yeah, this section is the green Brinstar area is kind of a weird one with 3, and when you get that middle transition, and then it's like, do I take that one? Do I do this one? Okay, MST, what are you gonna do? You got choices now.
To me, Green Hill transition and New Bridge transition are pretty analogous to like the Gauntlet G4 and the Kago Hall. In terms of you've got two transitions that are close to each other. One of them is a little further, so that affects what order you do them in, but they're close enough that I still say you want the information from both, and then you make a decision.
Yeah, I like that too. And, you know, I could see the argument for doing the red tower instead of doing this stuff, but if you did red tower first instead of this, you might never see Croc. Or you might go to it from the back. Like this, I think this works out better. This is an E-tank. Yeah, so, and a gravity suit. So Croc, I'm not gonna say hard required because there are ways around gravity suit, but definitely the right call by both runners to come here, or in Baja's case, come back here.
Yeah, and I know Baja is relatively uncomfortable with suitless Meridia. Can do it, but is not like I guess speedrun level practiced at it. Often like doesn't come up too often in the multi-worlds that he does. Like Baja's a very like multi-world centric player as far as learning. Spends a lot of time doing multi-worlds with friends and learning tricks in BK mode and such, and suitless Meridia hasn't come up a lot from there, like in the pressure of the speedrun context.
Yeah, so Baja's gonna leave this area. I think this makes sense. Because he can get back to Upper Norfair, the one side, if he wants to. It'll be interesting to see what MST does, since he knows that charge beam is there. I could see him maybe not doing the red tower, going over to going back through Upper Norfair instead. We still have a couple transitions in Upper Norfair as well.
Do we? We've got Chronic
and is that it? You're right, that is it. I was thinking Croc Door, but that's where we came in.
Yeah.
Okay, so both runners have their gravity suits. And with MST's palette shuffle, that gravity suit actually looks pretty similar to our normal gravity suit. Maybe a little bit more purple.
It's like a grayed out version of it.
Yeah.
Washed out, unsaturated.
Yeah, somehow MST still doesn't have a third power bomb pack. Not sure where which one. Yeah, I'm not sure where the one that he missed is.
Oh, I think it was at high jump.
Oh, that would make sense. Which means he should probably get it. Oh, on the way to Norfair Reserve, yeah, that's right.
Baja didn't do Norfair Reserve though, did he?
He might have done the one. He might have done the first item. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, the lobby miner. Okay. Yeah, that's a quick run in and grab that one.
Okay, Mama Turtle with just an E-tank. We can't. No, we can get this item with the spring ball jump, but I don't think anyone's gonna. We have enough E-tanks now. There's really no reason to do it.
Yeah, a little extra time consuming here for this major.
MST like not so thrilled about, a little hesitant on the X-ray scope. Definitely not an item we ever need, but can be useful. And since MST didn't open the door previously, he's laying the power bomb to make sure that the little gamer, whatever we call him in Norfair, is dead, so we can open the door.
It is a Nova, and I am sticking to that story. Baja gravity jumping through the top door in Everest here does not have high jump or space jump to get through it without a height boost.
Yeah, would have to. You could also do it with spring ball, but you know, either way.
Do you get enough height with spring wall?
You know
I
what?
thought
I've
so.
actually never tried it.
Gravity jump is
I think,
more. It's harder to screw up a gravity jump.
yeah, I was
So
gonna say it's a
kind of
little
default
easier
to
to do
that.
that. I'm just gonna get this last E-tank. We'll see what he chooses to do.
And we're back on this side for criteria.
Well, that's fun.
Right side that we could not check before.
And we have for this one here, we'll need to either with gravity suit we could do a gravity jump. Don't really need to do CWJ. I've typically with this item set I would go for the CWJ, and then if I miss it, just go ahead and do this gravity jump that Baha's doing right now.
It gets it nicely. I think this gravity jump is a little annoying personally.
Yeah, back of Lower Norfair, we're not doing that.
Good to know both ends though. For
Yep.
well, you're still missing 2 important dead ends in Greatsler and Turian.
So this is interesting. MST knowing where that charge beam is, having plenty of health to get back over to Bubble Mountain. I think his plan is to get the charge beam and then maybe check the other door transition here. And there's a good chance that that's the one we're looking for because we're kind of running out. Although we do still have a lot of red tower transitions. And this might be a gauntlet play from Baha, now that we actually have the items to let us do that. I like the calls from both runners here, based on their given situations. Question, have they seen East Meridian? I don't believe so.
We have back of East Meridian.
Oh, we did see it, didn't we?
Taco Hallway. So could be a dead end at the front of it, which would kind of suck. Really sucks when really sucks when you have both your important dead ends, Crate and Turian, are both at the end of the 2A boss funnel areas, and you don't know which one, and you just hope you travel the one that has Crate first.
Oh wow! So these bombs, we could have gotten these bombs because we had power bombs to get here, and the bombs would have gotten us the rest of the way. That's pretty gross.
The rest of the way where?
Through Gauntlet. So Gauntlet, we only had five power bombs coming up.
Oh yeah, that's not a play I would recommend. I know
no,
I've done it.
That was the Wild Anaconda play of the 2017 tournament. That was what he always did. Was always checking Gauntlet, even if he only had the 5 power bombs.
Gotta get that really important knowledge.
And bombs is nice, but typically not a hard required item. And MSG re-grabs his charge beam. He should be able to get out just fine, and then it'll be interesting to see what he does next. He knows what the double chamber transition is. I suspect he's going to check the chronic boost transition, so he'll have a pretty good amount of knowledge. And if that's not what doesn't take him someplace useful, he can come back here and go through. He can get back to Red Tower through Green Brinstar. And there's a farm spot on the way that he can get to immediately. So he doesn't really have to go out his way to farm to get to Chronic Boost, which is kind of nice.
Nice to have gravity for some extra insurance here as well.
Yep.
Just less enemy damage, and you can fall into the lava and not be in a huge amount of trouble. Actually, I did not see where these bottom of Red Tower transitions were.
Or he could farm here. Or he could go back. Why? I don't like this call here. He's just gonna go all the way back through Blue Brinstar. This to me doesn't make sense. I mean, he could take the refill here.
We got wreck ship front at the tube.
Oh, that's interesting. 3 out of 4 bosses that we can kill easily. We don't quite have. I mean, we have Ridley ammo, but this is not going to be would not be a comfortable Ridley fight by any stretch. Okay, I see. Yeah, MSC just going to go this way, which I tend not to like to do that unless I have an item to avoid those spikes. But he did a nice job with those deboosts. And here's East Meridia.
Okay, that's really nice with gravity. I can't really do much here as far as getting through bot to. Yeah, not right now. I'd have to kill Dragon to get a way around, or
Yeah.
Ice Beam, Speed Booster, Crystal Flash, the shenanigans.
Yeah,
But
can't
it's
do
gonna
Crystal
check
Flash. Can't do Crystal Flash with another Power Bomb pack, and most runners like to have bombs for that too. But yeah, we're gonna see this Sandpit check, and then we'll see
Yeah.
where he goes after this.
You also can't use Ice Beam or Speed Booster without having the items.
Yeah, would help.
Similar situation.
Just a reserve tank. He's just gonna reset.
Do vanilla reserves now.
Yeah, X-ray is in logic with those bombs and the number of E-tanks we have, or with the spring ball. So that is a thing that be required. MSC trying to decide where he wants to go with this.
But interestingly, Baja found Plasma at Spazer, and that's actually kind of bad for him as far as missing charge goes, because MST is likely to run into that, and that's gonna actually make his charge beam really significant.
Good job on the gate glitch. Just needs to get through this room.
No, not a great
Okay, we're fine.
acid snakes. I really thought he was gonna die there. Gravity saved him from
Oh, for sure.
damage
He doesn't survive that without gravity. There, no question.
and the mobility. So Baja taking that dive into front of Friendship.
Yeah, it takes the save because we have not seen any bosses yet, so this could be anyone.
Baja's equipped to kill anything here.
Yeah, this would have been nice if it's been a super to get him to over 30 to start with in case it's Ridley. But yeah, this is a doable Ridley fight.
His current health is his current health and his current supers are a little bit lacking, unfortunately. But like, has the max amounts. It's so awkward to. There's no good way to farm here, unfortunately.
Yeah, wreck ship and farming there's nothing you can do.
Every other boss location is pretty great for it. Okay, not Ridley. Who do we have?
Oh, just Crane. Okay. Okay, MSG's done with Upper Norfair. It's entirely possible he never comes back here again, because we do have another way to get into East Meridia, and it might be quicker, depending on where he lands up. Whereas Baja still doesn't have the knowledge of that.
I feel like Baja went for create quick kill, and the lag ate one of his missile shots.
That could be. And various suit. I guess that's kind of vanilla. That's not go mode for Baja. It's actually potentially really bad for him because he still needs to pick up a lot of ammo for go mode, and MST is just going to find that various suit, and he's just going to be in go mode because he should pick up this plasma, like you said. I mean, obviously we still have a lot of transitions to find, so this is, he's got a bit of a lead in terms of that transition knowledge, but it doesn't have the knowledge from Upper Norfair. It doesn't have the charge beam from Upper Norfair. The question is this lead enough to mitigate the fact that he doesn't have the charge beam, the fact that he doesn't have the Upper Norfair knowledge? And MFC's just going to go do this West Meridia. A little surprised he's not going to go do some more of the Red Tower stuff.
I don't think MST has great knowledge of what is here.
We know what the
Well,
bottom is. We don't
yeah.
know. He doesn't know Mama Turtle. He might check that. And
Doesn't
the
know the top
transition.
perspective
Yeah, doesn't know the
criteria.
top.
The red tower elevator is what went back here.
Yep. I'll see this E-tank. Probably won't pick it up. We'll see what the back of Forgotten Highway goes to. Oh, he's just going to reset that. Okay. So either he leaves West Meridia entirely or he checks the other transition. And we got Kraid's Lair on Baja's side. And he remembers that we can check this immediately.
Wait, do we know all of the connectors? Do we know
All of
Turian?
them? No, we haven't seen Turian yet.
Yeah, so this could have been Turian.
We've seen both sides of Lower Norfair. We've seen all of the Red Tower connectors.
Turian is mid-red tower. Okay, I
Mid-Red
missed
Tower.
that.
Okay, completely missed that.
I'm glad someone is a little more on top of it than me. I have to like type out the right stuff. Okay, so yeah, Leno was right. This had to be Kraid. Did Baja know that?
Baja did not know that.
No? What transition info is Baja
He
missing?
hasn't the Norfair one. He has not seen Chronic Boost.
Oh, that's right.
MST when he gets here should know this. Actually, that's not true either because he didn't check the last West Meridia portal. There's Turian.
Not Ridley yet again.
It's Dragon. I was about to say we were talking about MST being in go mode, but and it looks like he's gonna go for this X-ray check.
Well, I mean, if we've established in last year's tournament that 5E tank Ridley is very doable for MST. 6E tank is impossible.
It's not.
But what about 7E tank? How do you think he would do with 7E tank Ridley?
I mean, does he have a Varia suit?
I'm assuming he doesn't.
Oh, you
I'm
want
thinking
those.
of the case in which he doesn't run into it first.
Oh
which-
yeah, of course. So you want those high jump boots. This is gonna be tricky to get out of here, though. Probably will turn those high jump boots off to get out of here.
Yeah, we'll see. Baja doing a ammo kill. It's the only option for him on Dragon here.
But yeah, so I was talking about MSC will be in go mode after that Varia suit, but he needs to kill Dragon to make that happen, and he needs to remember that Dragon opens an alternate path to get to the boss there. Oh, and a vanilla space
So
jump.
many vanilla items here. Two
going
vanilla
on?
reserves. I haven't been counting the E-tanks really, but variant and space jump vanilla. Yeah, MST waiting for the waiver here, doing a really good job keeping
Yeah, he should be fine now.
in range of the waiver to get repeated deboosts off.
And those
And
high jump
takes-
boots are really nice.
Takes the one at the end off the spike once he knows he's basically safe.
Yeah, Ba's not gonna get those high jump boots.
Yeah, it's minor hunt for Baja essentially, and finding Kraid. So Baja knows where Turian is now that he's found Kraid. It's like kind of the last piece of the puzzle as far as areas go for him.
Yeah.
So it just needs to hope that the miners.
Line up, yeah. Okay, MSG about to get plasma beam. He won't care about miners anymore. In area rando, I know you've talked about this a lot. It's harder to find those miners because at the end of a regular map, you kind of know where your places to look are that you haven't done already. But in an area map, it's not quite as easy to route those miner checks in if you don't check them when you're there the first time.
Yeah, sometimes you can have a map layout that's favorable for that, but you can't count on it. And even if you do, it's really hard to be as aware of it as you normally would be.
Okay, there's wreck ship for MST. Hopefully he goes. Okay, well, I guess he hasn't seen those other transitions yet, and that should be fine because this is gonna lead him to Kraid's lair. So he's gonna get Kraid, then he's gonna go to Kraid's lair.
I didn't see what the major was in Kraid's lair, but that is fortunate ordering in terms of being able to get the major there. I see Baja's fall, so actually it's probably an E-tank.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So MST, yeah, MST is just behind on this path, and I think I kind of expect him to make probably do a similar route to how Baja is going to tackle the rest of his bosses. So yeah, it's going to come down to the miners. It's a few minutes of lead that Baja has, so
yeah, and I think MST is checking this missile because, again, he's got 26 supers. So he wants enough to be able to do Ridley. And 38, 26, 8, the actual ammo he has. He's going to use one more super to get in. Probably would be fine if you have Various Suit. Not ideal without it. But he doesn't know this is just going to be Kraid. And it's going to give him his Various Suit. And I like what Baja's doing here. He knows he needs ammo. So he's just going to blind check this item here and hope that it's a super missile.
Unfortunate. That's the last thing that you want to see. Power
Yeah,
bomb
you don't. Yeah, we get 20.
You've got the area and just looking for ammo.
That is not going to be. Well, he's got a shot at it. It's still not going to be quick, but he can still get this quick kill. Nope. Yeah, you don't want that either. That Spazer doesn't help you at all.
Yeah, do not pick that up. So Baja's team is also has Sasquatch and Marker Robin.
All right, that's essentially go mode for MST. He doesn't know it yet because, of course, he's gonna kill Dragon at Kraid if he follows his path. And again, I know he's had time. He's been known for not remembering to use the alternate path with a Dragon kill. So hopefully he remembers that this time.
Something he'd probably yell at me for too.
Oh, he absolutely would.
Baja finding 2 super so far in Lower Norfair, which is really good for him. Basically only needs 3 more and change.
60-60 would be pretty comfy. 60-55 is not bad because, you know, the 40-60 we always talk about. 55-55 is that equivalent. MSG taking that save just in case if he goes all the way through this, it's nothing. We of course know it won't be nothing.
I always say 50-60 if you really don't want to have to worry about Turian doors.
Yeah. 40-60 does require a bunch of backtracking to open doors and come back and refill.
And I know not everyone likes to notate it this way, but I like to do the effective missile count of multiplier super count by 3 and add it to your missiles.
Yep.
It's like 220 is your 40-60.
Probably easier than the way I do it, but the way I do it is the way I've been always doing it and not going to change now, which is just for every super I'm missing, I add 3 missile packs. So.
It's essentially the same thing. But thinking about it or notating it in a different way.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yes, Melon pointing out that we don't have an item for Zepatite Scope.
Yeah,
No,
they have enough missiles for it to refill. I mean, worst case scenario, actually that's more impactful for Baja. Like
Yeah,
MSG can just use his ammo and not even care about not having Zep skip, whereas Baja will have to use ammo, will have to refill, and go back through. He does not have. This isn't SMZ3 where you can literally have so much ammo that you can not Zeb skip use your ammo, your missiles for Zebs for the Zebs, and come back, and still have enough to do the whole fight.
It kind of makes like 40-60 for Baja more acceptable because you just accept the fact that you're probably not going to avoid the refill anyways. You just go with fewer. But
Yep.
I think he would probably prefer to be able to miss a few on Mother Brain. That I've seen that be a source of stress in his races before.
For sure.
Baja doing his best on the Dude. I think he keeps saying this as his worst boss fight. MST able to microwave Dragon, which it is possible to one run this with only plasma, but it's very tight. Pretty good so far, actually. Like I wonder if he
might have it. No, not quite.
I think he is very close. I wonder if that
agree.
was one shot off. You're kidding me.
I don't think that was on purpose, but that was pretty darn funny.
I expected that mistake to cost him a Dragon
Oh,
killing it
that's
with
funny.
plasma
Oh my
sphere.
God.
I think the Japanese community calls that Emerald Splash. They have different names for the.
Emerald Splash sounds good. I like it.
They have they call Ice Shield. They call that Diamond Dust.
Yeah, those are better than. I mean, X Factor makes sense, but like the others are.
Their X Factor one is lame, I will say.
So we need to mix and match the terms.
So we don't have great names for things that aren't Ice Shield and X Factor because they're so rarely. Well, actually, Plasma's the only one we don't have a good name for. We have a name for Spacers.
We sure do.
It is definitely a name.
All right, so MST done with Dragon over here at Kraid. Baja leaving Lower Norfair. That means Ridley's going to be over in Meridia. And who knows if Ice or Speed are anywhere available before that, but we don't care. We don't need it. Alright, so MSG gonna backtrack all the way through this. These long dead ends are really annoying when you have to go all the way through them. And we need to do Croc as well, so all the dead ends required today. Trying to think if we, without, yeah, it would have been, guess depends where Ice Beam was, but it's looking like it would have taken not only the early X-ray play, but potentially a suitless crystal flash to get to the Dre boss if we were to skip gravity suit. So I'm not gonna say Croc was hard required, but for all intents and purposes, Croc was required.
Yeah, I think it's very unreasonable to skip it here.
Yeah, we can't. And if you're thinking of going the back doorway to the Dragon boss location without gravity suit, just don't. I know you've got experience with that. You've gotten through. It's doable. But
wait, what are we talking about? Reverse calculate.
Yeah.
I did it once and I've never been able to do it again.
All right, MSC back over in Criteria. I believe this is the back of LN. I don't know that he knows this. No, he has not seen this because you can see the yellow door. I imagine he might pick up that power bomb pack on the way out. Since he's still no ice beam and 10 power bombs is not ideal for Turian.
Pick up wait, which power bomb pack?
There was one on the moat.
Oh, the moat, right, okay.
I mean, he doesn't need it right now, so there's really no reason to necessarily pick it up immediately. If you were to find ice beam, say, behind a Ridley boss at Ridley, that's not what's going to happen.
Moat Miner is kind
fan
of
too.
funny as far as like when you're passing, depending what direction you're passing through, like your like secondary concern is picking up the item, and your primary concern is not falling in.
Yep. A little surprised he checked that major. I'm obviously hoping for ice or speed, or I think ice would be the most useful item right now. Speed would be nice though.
Yeah, having speed be as useful would mean being comfortable with the speed Zebatite skip.
Yeah,
And ShyGuy also has only 10 power bombs. Or no, yeah, he knows the bit one, so he's gonna be fine there.
Yeah. And of course, I don't know how good MST is in terms of a speed Zeb skip. I would be surprised if that's something that Baja does. In fact, he was talking to us before the match about his lack of ability to even short charge at all. He just kind of gets lucky on it, he says. So I think I'd say a speed Zebatite skip is just definitely not a thing we're seeing out of him.
I think Sasquatch is definitely severely hogging the short charge capabilities.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen him do some nice short charges, and also in the Chuzo tournament. Not a great start to this Ridley fight. There's plenty of extra missiles to mitigate any Super Z misses, and ideally does not end up going into those power bombs. But yeah, this is going to be 4 bosses down for Baja, and he still doesn't have enough ammo. Still needs to have at least 3 more supers.
The fight was okay for...
It looked worse than I think it ended up being.
Yeah, it was acceptable for our current purposes.
Yep. Oh, nice microwave on MST's side. Don't think he
quite
got it, but I think one more shot probably gets him. Although I can't tell with the pallet shuffle.
He fired it from inside Fantoon, so it didn't get to travel through the whole hitbox.
Yeah.
I think Baja was like... Did Baja check the Ridley major?
I don't think so.
Expected him to.
I feel like he must have.
Okay,
E-Tank. Shout out to Lenophis, who did manage to get here with, he's had a trying day of waiting for things. Shout out to Shallow for filling in at the beginning. Trackers always are MVPs.
So this is a league of 7 weeks, and nobody is going to be out until the 7 weeks are up. And after that, the top 4.
Yep, top 4 in each division.
Make it out of each division.
Oh, that's a nice wave beam. Yeah, he's not even going to take it. I'm not sure if that was that he decided not to take it, or if he just forgot that there's a hole there and just decided not to go back for it.
I don't think the wave beam really does anything for Baja right now.
It really doesn't. MST will. I hope MST picks that up, because it takes his Mother Brain fight down from a 40-shot fight to a 24-shot fight. So that's pretty significant on his side. But yeah, we're gonna do a snail clip here, which we still haven't put in Logic yet. It was actually a discussion before the season began whether we should put this in Logic.
Baja, you need to. This is a. Baja
That's a little high.
Should be landing on the snail in morph before unmorphing, because if you don't do that, and you unmorph, the ceiling is gonna push you into the snail and force you to cargo through it.
Okay, we got our super missiles. Still gonna need a couple more packs. But yeah, the snail clip. Yeah, so because when we create all the logics, this area was never a concern, because we were doing mostly major minor and then eventually Chozo. So it never quite got put into Logic. We'll probably go out of our way to make sure it gets in there for next year for full, but for now it's not.
Yeah, even in area, like it's still not the most common thing ever, but definitely see it a lot more.
Yeah, we might see it some next week. Yeah, we might see it next week, because we're going full, no countdown. But it's co-op, so Should be a lot of fun.
I'm scared of that mode. So missile and a super and aqueduct for Baja is
MST, go back and pick up the power bombs. Why would you skip those? Oh my god.
Like, it's not the worst thing ever in area shuffle because you've got the elevator refill that you can abuse.
Yeah, Lenophis, MST's teammate, and our tracker today saying power bombs are for the weak. What is he looking for?
He didn't go the direction that allowed him to pick up Wave Beam, I guess. Or
no,
he
MST.
He hasn't been to Meridia yet.
Is he forgetting? Oh my god, we had this discussion, literally, I think yesterday, about remembering to go to Dragon, or remember to go to the Dragon boss with the Dragon Death, and I'm wondering if he's forgotten. Chooses not to pick up bombs, which is fine. You're gonna be power bombing the Metroids anyway, so.
Maybe that's why he didn't pick up the power bombs. He was planning on finding ice.
Maybe. Oh, there's a PB pack. See, there you go. Pick up the. That's a much slower power bomb pack than the other one.
I'm annoyed that power bomb pack was there for him.
I know, right? Meanwhile, Lenophis face palming. In chat. I mean, you chose your teammates, Leno. I think he just K-goes to the K-goed, which is where the name comes from. Okay, he is gonna go to Meridia. Hopefully he realizes he can go through this. Meanwhile, back to Baja. Still needs at least one more super pack. Actually, it's 75...
225. No, this works. This is actually, I'd say this 7550 is 225.
Yeah, so 7550 would be like 4560. So this works.
And
it's not ideal.
Like, I don't see a comfort issue with this amount of ammo if you don't have a Zep skip item and you're just gonna refill anyways. So this is actually great ammo for him.
Yeah, so I think his lead may be big enough to mitigate the better items that MST has here.
MST still has a boss to kill, so
exactly.
Baja's going to terrain.
Yep.
That's exactly where's terraining, and it's in Red Tower. Where's Red Tower? Red Tower here. I think this.
There is a Red Tower transition here. I laid that power bomb a little bit high there.
Baja closes this out. This is going to be his team's first win.
MST on Ridley.
Getting swoops earlier from Ridley. Like a bit of bad luck. You want swoops more for hard shots. So Baja grouping the Metroids manually. Hitting the break a spawner to hit them remotely is a bit of an arcane strategy.
Yeah, chat pointing making a good point. Having 75 missiles as opposed to like the 40 or even the 45. If you're gonna kill the Zebs with all missiles, at minimum you need 44 because they each have 1,000 HP. but they will respawn at least one little bit if you don't, no matter how fast you do it. So you're going to be using 11 missiles per Zeb at a minimum. So you would probably need multiple refills. With 75, you have enough to just do all the Zebs. You probably don't have enough to break the glass, which is fine. You don't necessarily need to break the glass.
Breaking the glass is kind of a waste of time if you don't have to do.
Yeah, exactly. So he'll have enough so he can just break the Zebs, go back, refill just once, and be able to do the fight from there. And MSD did pick up the wave beam.
I got 2 power bomb drops. That's very silly. love to see those and you don't need them.
Yeah, I mean, shoutouts to every runner ever that came in here with 10 power bombs and did not get the drops.
So I don't think Baja's versed in baby skip.
Yeah. We've seen races decided by 10 power bomb Torians where one player gets drops and the other player doesn't.
Oh, ShyGuy almost got damage knocked back into the sand pit transition.
Yeah, I mean those Yap Malls are great if you're wanting to go to Dragon, but we're leaving, or to the Dragon boss, because you're not going to go that way if you haven't killed Dragon.
So Baja just using missiles here. I think he was considering supering the Ghidorah because he cycled through his weapons. But...
yeah, you really want to use missiles for everything if the idea is to refill. If you're not gonna refill, you definitely want to use supers because the Ghidorah is going to be equal. It's going to be 300, whether you use a super or 3 missiles. But on the door, if you use your super, you're using 300 HP of damage, whereas you'd be using 500 for the missiles.
And
so
plenty of ammo to get all the Zevitates.
Yeah, and 13 is definitely not enough to break the glass anyway, so there's really no point in even thinking about it. He's just going to go refill and he'll be fine. Wouldn't be surprised if he takes a save here.
I think for someone who like Baja, who might not be like perfectly confident in not missing all the shots, saving that super on the Ghidorah might be worth it. But it is definitely like it's the one that saves the most time to use the super instead. But this is going to be quite comfortable from this point because of all the doors being open on this ammo count. Actually, how much leeway is it going to be? 30 missiles from Mother Brain 1 leaves you with 45-50. So you can miss 15 missiles.
No, 36 from Mother Brain 1.
36, yeah. I don't know why I was thinking he broke the tank.
Yeah.
We were talking about he didn't. Yeah, 9 missile leeway, 3 sleepers. Yeah, that's, I say that's comfortable. Some people might disagree with me. I'm out of touch.
I'm also of the opinion. I know you think like this a lot as well. I'm more scared about being sniped here. Also, if you can try and using your supers here is not necessarily a bad thing. Don't sit in the acid. But let's see.
Yeah.
He's got 18 supers worth of missiles, so you can miss essentially the equivalent of 8.
It's really hard to dodge MB1 stuff without Ice Beam.
Yeah, Ice Beam does
make it. So I would have liked to see Seekers used in that. But I think some people aren't comfortable with the math, maybe, of like divvying them up.
Here's the catch-up. You should be basically done now.
And through the fight.
I like the strategy. I'm just gonna fire all my ammo and hope it's enough. But I mean, he had plenty. He did fire all the ammo though.
Yeah. decent fight. Got knocked around a bit by onion rings. I would have been worried at that point if we had skipped Varia.
Yeah, in terms of, this could have been. Yeah, skipping Varia might have been on the table, except Varia was basically on the way. Like it's hard to miss, and unless you're like, no, it's too slow to go through the trade door.
You're not gonna miss it there.
You're not gonna miss it there.
But you don't know where it's gonna be. You gotta plan for some eventualities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're looking at PHMR's first win, most likely, and that'll put them ahead of Remembered Highway so far, still at 0-4, waiting to play their matches this week. Yeah, still would be 6th place in the division so far, but there's still some weeks to get some more wins.
Yeah, we're still in the first half of the season. We'll be about halfway through next week, I guess. Or I guess for each individual team, when they play their first match of week 4, they'll be halfway through. MST, because he's got Charge Beam, can just do three supers, 2 missiles. It's a little more optimal to get through these Zebs.
But this the matchup between these two teams, like I was saying earlier, is I think really important for their chances for playoffs. I think ShyGuy's Cutie's coaches remaining matchups I think are going to be harder than PHMR's.
Yeah, they're really going to want to get the win in the second matchup between these two teams.
I honestly actually think if they split records this week, it might be bad for both teams.
It could be. Yeah, never nice when you're in a mother brain fight when you see the dot done from your opponent. That's what's gonna happen. The Shy Guy here probably setting up for stand up.
Yeah, actually is setting up for stand up is actually useful with this beam combo.
Yeah. Anytime you have plasma and wave, I think it's pretty useful.
And charge. Charge is the most important.
Charge, yeah. There are people that will do it without charge because it save a second because you can set up the baby in a certain way if you do it right, but
yeah, something like that.
It's definitely not worth it in my opinion. No longer, yeah. And there it is for Baja.
Gonna take it home with a race time of 1:13.16. First one on the board.
Baja.
That's gotta feel good.
And PHMR reunited. And I do believe he's already with us.
Hello.
Hello, Baja.
GG's.
So I know you and Leno were doing a practice race earlier. Is that right?
Uh-huh. I died to Ridley half an hour in and quit. So this went much better than that.
I'd say so. got the bad out of it, yeah. It just, the biggest concern is you missed Charge Beam over at Wave.
Yeah, I saw that in the credits. That was able to time.
That start you all had was pretty nasty. Like go get E-tanks, go back down to Norfair to go get E-tanks to go through to Green Brinstar was quite interesting.
One of the big differences in Yeah, MST spending a lot more time in Upper Norfair because doing all the checks, but like a lot of it was dying to seeing charge at Waybeam and then going back for it later. And
that's right. He did. If he had gotten charge beam and gotten out with it the first time through, it might have made a big difference.
I wanted those majors because they were right there, but yeah, once it felt so slow, and I was pretty sure I was going to be able to find something like Green Rin Star behind double chamber or single chamber, which ended up being what happened. Or at least like back to Red Bryn where there were some majors for me now that I had scoopers.
All right, MST in the escape. He's going to finish this off. And, you know, the finish times could actually be significant here if you guys split, because there is a seeding-only tiebreaker. This does not apply if it's for the 4th place finisher, where the team with the fastest time between the two teams would get the higher seed if both teams make the playoffs. So he definitely wants to finish this race out. But yeah, how's it feel? First win for your team?
Yeah, we have had a pretty tough schedule at the beginning of this, so it feels good to be on the board. I was not expecting to win this one. MST is pretty dang good. But yeah, I'm really happy.
All right, MST finishing with an official race time of 1:16:03. And he says he's actually really bad in chat, but that's not true. And GG's to both our runners. But yeah, I don't expect he'll be coming in for the interview. You can come in for the interview if you like MST, but I know you said ahead of time you weren't, so. But yeah, how worried were you? I mean, 7550 is not terrible, especially since you had to refill. There was no Zeb skip available for you. So how concerned were you with your ammo count going into Mother Brain?
Probably should have saved, but I don't know. I have gone in with like I think 2 of my Chuzo matches I went in with like exactly enough ammo and was able to do it. So I'm usually pretty confident about low ammo Mother Brain fights.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I mean, I think it's an important skill in randomizer because you never know where charge can be. You know, you don't want to have to go all the way. You know, I'm a big fan of picking up the ammo until charge is found. So,
yeah, I regretted not picking up the gauntlet missile. Almost as soon as I dropped down, I was like, "Oh, that was probably a mistake," but not worth going back for.
No, definitely not. You know, that's definitely the slow missiles. If I want the slowest missiles, you can go back to.
In retrospect, I forgot that like there was a different way to route the end that went through upper Red Bryn Star. I was planning on coming in through the bottom, and so maybe those 3 miners would have been better to check than some of the ones I did. But then you're like, if those aren't anything, then you're really in trouble just because you're gonna have to run away from Turian at that point.
All right. Any words for your teammate? Who's playing? I know Leno is playing this. Was it Marku's
up. Yep.
Marku's up.
Yeah, it should be a good match. I'm looking forward to that. Forget that. I don't actually remember when they scheduled that.
I want to say Saturday.
6 p.m. Saturday.
Leno piping in because that's his match.
And I will get my revenge against you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I mean, this is Marku's first tournament, so not sure what revenge there is to get.
Yeah, Marku knows a heck of a lot of tech. Knows more stuff than I do. I'll be definitely interested to watch that one. And you know, Leno's really good, so
yeah.
It'll be a good
I just
match.
know like Leno's been in tons of tournaments for different games, so it's be interesting to see. Because like there's like
a fun one.
There's knowing tech, and then there's like knowing how to handle a race that are kind of 2 different skills. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Anything else you want to add before we go ahead and close this out?
Not too much. Shoutouts to falling into moat every single time I went into that room. But no, yeah, GG's MST. Forward to watching this back. Thank you both for commentating. Thanks, Leno and Shala. Oh my gosh, Shala.
Just Shala. Shala,
for tracking.
I've been calling him. I've known him for years. I've been calling him Shala for years. All right. Thank you very much. Good luck on your next race.
Thank you.
GG's to both our runners. If you're not already following them, let's see if we can. Let's see if the command works today. Yay! There we go. Go ahead and give these guys a follow. Up next on the schedule on this channel at 8 o'clock we have only know how to super jump versus with BF Robert playing versus the Odd Trio. I'll be Salty Pigeon. At 9 o'clock over on SpeedGaming 3, we have Zos from Southern Route versus Mr. Fox of the Lone Rangers. And for those of you night owls, if you're up at the wee hours of 3:20 a.m., we have Vibrant Colors versus Antinomy. That'll be Scramble Choices versus Cat Girls. So lots on the schedule. A lot of races on the schedule tomorrow. Not sure what's all going to be restreamed yet. So keep an eye out on the schedule tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. That would be the earliest race that could happen. Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody. Thank our runners, Metroid MST, aka Shy Guy, and Baja Blood, Azure for joining me on the track on the commentary. Pleasure as always. And of course, the duo of Lenophis and Shala on the tracking. Trackers always are MVPs. Can't do it without them. So huge shout out to them. And we'll see you at the next race.